you.
I'll take that juicy juice.
Yeah.
6 a.m.
There you go. Yep.
Night out, you deserve a night out on the town.
Dallas from Detroit.
Night out,
And the song
you
is
can
called
spend
Night
the
Out.
night at my house.
Right?
Yeah.
And when I heard it, I was like,
Night out,
Yeah.
always turning heads with the crew.
I'm gonna pop that bottle.
Night out, don't tell nobody what we
so
do.
bad.
Normies bore me, you adore me. Guess we
just let me
both
know when you're
got
ready. I'll
that
skip
in
that.
common.
Okay.
Sense ain't common,
We can
so
go,
our
we can get
commas.
started.
Why the millions are div.
Let's get on 4, 3, 2, 1.
What up, dog?
What up, dog?
I'm
What up?
super excited today. I got my voice back. First
Damn.
off, I just want to say God is so good.
All the time.
He is.
He is so good. He covered me in an accident this weekend. I just
Dang.
thank you. Yes, God is so
All
good. He's
praise
so
God.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
Amen.
God you're okay. I couldn't
Amen.
imagine doing this podcast without
Girl,
you.
Right. I had to be here for the
Yes.
year.
For-
Oh,
yes.
anniversary.
It's our anniversary.
Hey.
Anniversary. It is our 1 year anniversary with Closet Conversations. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, cheers, cheers. Clink, 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 clink.
Cheers. We went a year. That's
Toast
a
it up,
whole
toast it
12
up.
months, right,
A
Dave?
whole 12
12
months.
months.
Dave
Yep,
got that
there it
money
is.
for 12 months. Yes. Turn up, Dave. So we are live, super all the way live.
Yes. Well, I'm Chrissy Mack for anybody that's first tuning in.
And I'm Berkeley.
And we are
Closet Conversations.
And it's our 1 year anniversary.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
I'm-
big.
I know,
I'm
right?
actually I'm honored to be a part, man. I appreciate it.
Yes. Most
Yeah.
definitely, most definitely. So, our special guest, Jessley, you want to do the honors?
Absolutely. How do you go from Berkeley to Jessley?
Oh yeah.
Well,
Berkeley
Just throw
Jessley.
my government out there. Yes, Jessley will do the honors. 'Cause actually, they all know me as Jessley, okay?
Hilarious.
Okay, Crystal is my
Indeed,
government. I mean, you know, hey.
Okay.
Closet conversation.
Get out the closet with it.
Right, out the
Indeed,
closet.
indeed.
Out the closet. Out the closet. Oh, you like our
Damn.
sweatshirts too? Sorry.
Yes,
Get 'em
yes.
hot.
Shout out to
Where our
I think it's
sweatshirts at?
Portrait
I'm about to
something
say,
in
yeah.
Eastland. They did it for us real quick.
Where are sweatshirts?
I know. We'll get you some.
Yeah,
got
we're
a
definitely
screen
gonna get you
printer.
some.
This is just like a rush job, but we
Yes.
had to have something with our name on
Had
it.
to have something.
Right.
I feel
Yes.
it. I feel it.
So first, anniversary special guest, KDZ is in the building.
What up,
What
KD?
up?
A legend for you.
What up, dope?
If you
What
don't
up,
know
though?
KDZ, I just don't know what to tell you. He's doing amazing things around the city. We will get into it. We got his manager, Power Boy Chuck, in the building.
Hey, Power Boy Chuck, how are
peace,
you?
Peace. I'm great. How y'all doing?
I love it. I love it. And
Uh.
6 a.m., 6 with
Ooh.
2 A's
Ooh.
and 2 M's.
Ooh.
That
I
part.
know him as something else. We was like the school teachers. You know
There
what I'm
you
saying?
go.
It's
It's,
about the kids.
It's about
but
the children. It's about the
I
children
love
every
it.
day.
Welcome,
Yeah.
6 a.m.
I appreciate it. I
Welcome
appreciate
to our
it.
That's
show.
what time I got to get up and take the children to
Right,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm
For
saying?
real. Yeah,
That's
when
why.
it's
That's
time
how
for it,
you-
I'll be
Yep.
on.
Yep.
That's
yep.
what time I laid down for an hour.
Yep.
Power nap.
Right.
That's power nap time. That's why.
Okay.
That's why the name's so relevant. That's why the
Oh
name's so
my
relevant.
Yeah,
So.
so we are Joy Road, XN9, all the way until 6 a.m., but we just kidding. We really going to be out in an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All
right,
right.
so-
Hold y'all like that.
Yeah, I need to get to know you. Let Detroit know you. I know everybody really knows you, but let them know what you've been doing, what you're known for.
Well, I come from one of the biggest rap groups ever out of Detroit, Michigan, which is the Street Lord Cheddar Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Rest in peace to Blade Icewood and free my brother Wine all day, every day. I've been in the game for a long time. I played behind the scenes parts in the Street Lord movement even before I was a rapper.
You did.
Okay.
I definitely played a big background part around the group. And then later on, years later, I began to rap myself. And I got with a group. I mean, well, you know, first of all, let me say that the Street Lord Cheddar Boys was a group that was almost like a, how can I say it?
A clique, a
Yeah.
big clique.
Yeah, but you know, you had several groups, you know,
Right, right.
like any
Inside
major
of them.
group. Yeah,
Mhm.
several
Okay.
groups
Did
inside
y'all
of a
grow
group.
up together?
Yeah, some of us. That's what I'm saying. Like some
Okay.
of us did, and then
Okay.
some of us didn't. But we all was like, we came together and combined. And
Friends
and,
of friends. Like, oh, that's my friend. That's my friend too.
Yeah,
now.
exactly.
Okay.
But the unit that I came from was Dirty Glove Entertainment. So I ended up coming out with my first solo album in 2005, which was Stuck in My Ways, which is considered to be one of Detroit's all-time classic albums.
Okay.
I later put out another project called The Role Model, which is definitely in the top 10.
Man, just keep it real. They are classics. man.
Classics.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know
We
what
got
I
a
mean?
legend in the building.
But just to speed you up to date now, I've been doing a lot of acting and being involved in the movie,
Love
the movie world.
What
Okay.
movies? What movies can we find you in?
Right.
Well, I recently just did the follow-up to a movie called First Lady.
Okay.
So
That's the
if
one
you-
with hoops, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
can't wait to see
so
that.
what is that movie about?
If you go on Amazon Prime or Tubi, you can watch it right now.
we
It's
can.
called First Lady. You can
Please
watch
go
I'll
watch.
it tonight.
Part 1 and Part 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
First
Well,
Lady.
First Lady is about
Don't give it all to
Yeah,
him.
it's
dog.
hard.
Give
See,
us a little
You know what,
sneak
every
preview.
time I
It's
do-
hard
Make
too,
us-
man.
Yeah, just
every
a
time
sneak
I
peek.
do-
What,
every-
what it would say, like on the back of, like if you were.
Well, let
to
me
get
just say this.
Right,
It's
the
about
movie.
it's suspense, first of all.
It's about
Ooh,
a tragic incident that happens that turns a woman that wasn't even in the streets into a female boss in the streets.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
okay.
So,
Sound like y'all can
Right,
relate over
yeah.
here.
Right, like that. Okay.
and it's a few plots and twists in it that keep the people hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But
Nice.
we recently just dropped Part 2, and Part 1 was already out there. We had Royce Reed in that one, and Jim Jones.
Okay.
and
Royce Reed,
a few
that's
more
the,
people.
Cheerleader.
We had Young
When they were
Dro,
basketball-wise,
Okay.
yeah, in the beginning ones.
L.A. Loves the Boss, Young
Okay.
Dro in Part 2, and a few
Nice.
more,
Wow.
more
Okay.
people. So
Okay.
yeah,
What
we
role
doing
do you play? Because I saw like some kind of like.
I
You got
play.
you got a gangster role
Oh,
or is this
no.
something
Cisco.
Yeah,
different?
I
or?
play a gangster
Okay.
named Cisco.
Oh.
That-
It was hard for him to
What is
prepare
this
for that
stuff?
role. You know what I'm
Was
saying?
Yeah, Cisco. He's something else.
Wow.
else, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I recently just shot a movie. We just finished shooting a movie, another movie called Price of Love, which is a story by Icewear Vezo.
Oh.
It's
Okay,
written.
it's about him.
No, it's not about him, but it's written by him.
Okay, cool.
And
It's hard.
directed by Kamal Smith.
Yeah, shout out to
got-
Castec, CT Dogs.
Nisha Nashay in there.
Yes.
I'm about to say I went to Mumford, man. You
Yeah,
know.
I went to King, so you already know what it
Well,
is.
y'all wasn't fortunate to go to Ford, so.
Oh damn.
So Nisha, she has
Rest
a role
in
in it
peace
as
to
well.
y'all school, man.
Ooh.
Rest in peace.
Peace to who? My shit's still up. Who you talking about?
I
It's the
got a
old
new
building.
bag.
Y'all gotta say y'all gotta get some new shit, dog. 24 still got that old shit up. Y'all gotta get some new shit.
Yeah.
So you said Nisha Nashay, Icewear Vezo, you,
A lot of stars. In
a
this.
lot of stars. Okay.
I see. I see.
Yeah, you got a whole bunch. King Wesley in there.
Okay.
Who else? You got Sada Baby in there. You got Lil Mike. You got so many different
And it's
Detroit
Price of
stars.
Love.
Meechie F Baby, she in there. I could keep naming people. There's so many people.
Star
Will this
studded,
be
star-studded.
on? Will this be on Amazon Prime as well?
Yes, I believe so. I believe
Nice.
it. Yeah, I believe
When
it
is the
will.
release date for that?
They looking for February of 2020.
Nice.
Yeah.
We will be
Yeah.
there.
Nice.
Awesome. And are you a father? You have any children?
Oh yeah, definitely. I have
Okay.
4 children.
Daddy.
All right.
I have 4 children, 2 boys, 2 girls.
Aw.
Damn.
A nice little even
my
split.
oldest just recently turned 21. You know what I'm
Whoa, you got a
Damn.
21-year-old.
You
Yeah.
forgot about all the adopted ones,
saying?
too.
Yeah.
All the adopted ones.
Man,
too?
listen, man. He a stand-up dude. You feel me?
That nigga black don't crack, nigga. You still look my
Yeah,
age,
stand
bro.
up,
Right,
dude.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That shit
well,
crazy
I'm like
as hell.
21.
I
21.
love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's
So-
what's
Insane.
up.
We want to shout out our videographer too, Black House.
Hey.
Black
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
building.
yeah.
Black House Magazine. All right,
That's my
he is
dog.
doing
I
the
got 20 I
videography.
got 20 plus years with him.
Oh, look at this small
Wow.
world.
Yeah, real talk.
Yes. we
Thank
got
you
the
for
OGs
gracing us
in the
with your
building.
presence.
Yes, this
Crazy.
is very special.
Yes, yes, yes.
Very, very special. 6 a.m.
Yeah.
What up?
It's a deal.
I know you from Mumford. Like,
Yeah.
we have
yeah.
totally switched roles.
Indeed.
He was a dean at Mumford, like the
Yeah.
coolest one. Like,
Wow.
you know, if you in trouble, you like, I want to go to Hogan. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that on some trash. I send your ass to the crib.
I didn't
send
see
your
that
ass to
part.
the crib.
I didn't see that part,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
awesome with children.
Yep.
And now we stepped out on Faith and we doing our music thing.
Yep,
Tell
yep.
me about your style.
Man, my style is, I want to say, is definitely unique. One thing that I can kind of put my finger on is that I don't, and not to sound like this, but I don't sound like nobody else. You know how somebody be like, you can compare him to such and such.
Right.
I really, honestly, I can't, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people that hear you be like, oh shit, man, you sound like Party Next Door. And then you hear another song be like, God damn, you sound like Smokey Robinson.
Maxwell-ish something on one of the songs.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, do
Well,
it.
so the
Wow.
thing is, I've never been the type to be locked into one thing. You know what I mean? And even like if people ask for features, because I'm a singer, people automatically say, "Hey, goddamn, let me get a hook." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got verses too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I can definitely step outside the box, and that I feel like that's what's different about me. And you know what I'm saying? And as far as sound wise, you know, I'm never in the same pocket. You know what I'm saying? I can switch up. I can sing like Marvin Gaye, and I can turn around on you and make a Chris Brown and
never
Dreezy
knew this
banger
about
or
you.
whatever I was just listening to. But yeah, man. So
Can you like
Wow.
sing something real quick?
ooh wee.
Just like
You
off
know I'm
of
getting-
your album, just
see-
like a 2-second, like, let's get it. To get the crowd going, like, go follow 6 a.m.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm sure everybody following DZ. Boy Chuck.
uh,
Like,
hit you with a little song. Let me see what I got.
Black House Magazine.
Oh, anything you want from here on out, I got you, baby.
All right.
Loving you the way you wanna be loved. What have I got myself into? My.
Ooh, keep going.
Y'all know I'm getting over a
Heavy
cold.
drummer.
Y'all know I'm getting over a cold. Y'all out of control.
We love it.
Yes,
Any children?
Amazing.
Absolutely not.
No?
No
Okay,
children.
you're
Not
an
for your boy.
angel.
Saving yourself for marriage.
Yes.
Very nice.
There we go. That sounds appropriate.
I can do
Hey,
it.
Trojan, get at my man.
No,
Fuck
I'm
with
just
me.
gonna. That
Trojan.
sounded suspiciously
Hey,
like
listen,
that's my story.
Fuck
I'm
with
sticking to it.
Indeed.
Trojan,
Yeah,
get at us.
I need all the sponsors. Pull up on me.
Okay. Yes, that part.
Uh-huh.
What made you do I guess your album cover? You like, girl, he like peeking out the window. You saw it on.
So
like, kinda like that little
a lot
meme, the one
yeah.
that's looking
a
out
lot
the
a lot of
window.
people didn't notice this, but if you just I'm not even gonna get into the whole story, but if you Google Malcolm X looking out the window, it's a picture Malcolm
like
X
that.
looking out the window, but
With a
instead
drink
of
in his hand.
nope, he got a gun and he got an AK in his hand. So I'm portraying a little different message. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I'm portraying a relaxed message, and that's why I popped the intro off the way I did, and that's why the album goes the way it goes. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but whenever I do an album, I try to make it as much of a story as possible. So like on the Good Morning album, there was an alarm clock on the cover, and under it was a note that read, "It's breakfast time. It's breakfast time. Don't forget to say good morning." And that's the track list. In the sheets, it's, and the second song is breakfast. Third time is time. Don't forget to say good morning.
Nice.
So
Where can we
Wow.
find your
So-
music?
it's on all platforms.
Okay.
It's on all platforms. It's just put in 6 a.m., 6, 2 A's, 2 M's, and Good Morning was the first track. Was the first album. Good Afternoon was the previous album I just dropped. Good Evening is going to be. Good Evening is going to be real dear to me, and then of course Good Night is going to be all.
So why is Good Evening very dear to you?
Well, Good Evening is dear to me because, okay, so there was a point where I spent a lot of time in my car,
Okay.
right? And so I made every song on there I made on my phone. From the vocals to the mixing to the features.
On your
to-
phone?
On my phone.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Straight from the
That's
phone.
serious.
Okay.
And people hear it and they go ballistic because it's like literally. And I got some dope ass features. I got some dope features. I swear to God. I swear to God. I got B-roll. I got a little film and you'll see it. Goddamn.
Okay.
You'll see it.
Okay.
It's
Nice,
gonna be
nice,
tight.
nice.
It's gonna be tight.
So tell me, 6 a.m. Who is like some of your influences in the music
Oh, man.
industry that you,
Shit.
certain artists that you look up to, like your top
It's,
3?
it's weird. I don't have a top 3.
Okay.
It's weird. I don't have a top 3. So my playlist, I go anywhere from I can go from Jay Dilla to Gucci in a heartbeat, like literally back to back. Like I don't drown any type of music out. But if I had to say a big influence, I would definitely say Marvin Gaye, Pharrell, Michael Jackson, Uncle Stevie, Four Tops, Temptations. It's just like when you, like I hear certain shit and like even Smokey, like if I hear certain shit and be like, damn, Smokey Robinson killed that ad-lib, I'm still in it.
Okay.
I don't care. Don't come sue me. So I still an ad-lib in a heartbeat.
Okay.
In a heartbeat. No sample. Not necessarily a sample, but I'm still in that ad. I'm gonna re-sing it. I'm gonna re-sing the shit out of it too, so he won't know it's him.
That is funny. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've worked with many people.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody that you felt that, like, hey, I could do like a whole album with them that's just like so dope that you vibe well?
I mean, it's been plenty of artists like that, you know. A lot of times, even why you don't see more of that is because of scheduling and being able to get two artists to compromise on, you know what I mean? But even nowadays, a lot of the artists, they're just doing music and sending it back and forth to each other. Me, I'm more of a vibe type of artist.
So you
Okay.
actually
So, like,
in the studio
Yeah,
together.
like if I was doing a record with 6 a.m., I could do, you know, him sending me a hook and I send him back a verse and all of that. But me, personally, I would rather get in the studio and
Absolutely.
Yep.
work with him and
I like
build
that.
and
Same
vibe and let the energy flow, you know what I'm saying?
That actual interaction
Exactly.
with each other. Okay.
Because what it is with artists is like I like to live, so I like to live in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll definitely. So I'm sitting in the studio with K Deezy, right, and we writing it, doing a track. I'm arguing with my old lady on text message. I want to write about that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's fresh, it's honest, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's right there. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily saying I'll be dogging on a record, but I'll definitely put
Whatever
something in
emotion
reference.
it is, okay.
It's 100 things that can rhyme with "fuck you." You know what I'm saying? You can just, you know what I'm saying? You can just make it up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what art is about, and that chemistry that you can create with an artist within 3-4 hours is kind of weird, man. Artists. We be on some other shit, though. Like
I mean, it's nothing like having like that spontaneous energy, like you
Yeah,
said. You
yeah.
know,
Some
like,
come up
Yeah.
like,
some come
I
up
like
and
that.
just be like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
just start rapping
Because
or
it-
thinking
Versus
about it.
something
You know what I'm
back
saying?
and forth. That's
Because-
so impersonal to me.
Because what it is a lot of times you'll get lost in trying to create a song for something. Like I'm gonna make this shit for the titty bar. They gonna love this shit. You know what I'm saying? And that can be cool, but it's gonna be hard focusing on that exact point.
Organic is always better.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So that wraps it up. But the organic is better. That's it.
That's
it.
real.
Definitely it.
So can I ask you guys a question?
Please do.
In one whole year, what has been your best interview?
Ooh.
And I don't even necessarily mean the person that you interviewed. I mean, like, what you guys talked about and what really brought emotion to the room and
We've had
Probably our relationship shows.
Yeah. We started off with the relationship ones. I love the one with what is it? The actor Damaris Harvey. That was good too.
Yeah.
He had a lot of, good
Yeah.
information. But to actually I agree.
that's my boy too. That's
Yes.
my dog.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Shout out to Damaris.
Hey, all these actors in the building and
Yeah,
shit.
he actually plays like my bro and
Okay.
and First Lady.
Okay. Nice.
I
He
mean-
did
I
mention
mean,
that.
yeah,
Remember?
me-
I'm like,
he
that's the
did.
one with these.
I mean, y'all know what's crazy?
Yeah.
I got my degree in acting, and I've never been in any Detroit films.
Really?
I'm sick
you
about
gotta
it.
go and they
I'm
go
sick
out
about it.
there
I'm
and
sick
say,
about it. I'm sick about it. I ain't gonna
Detroit
lie.
films getting huge too
They
right now.
are.
Listen, man,
They are.
I'm trying to be in something. I'm trying to be in something.
Yeah, I would definitely
That
agree.
can be interpreted many ways, brother.
And I got an old lady, man. You know what I'm saying?
He don't
Hey,
mean it like that.
This is closet conversations. You hear me?
Conversations.
Yes,
I'm trying to keep it clean. Trying to keep it. Yeah, we keeping it PG. We keeping it PG. I'm gonna open a chip just cause y'all talking shit.
Chuck got open up and get in a bag of chips. I would agree. Yeah, the relationship one because you kind of get to hear similar stories. Yeah, every relationship.
Because we had a it was like a 2-part series, and it was like what men want, and we had a whole panel of men.
Right.
And then it was like then we backdoored it with what women want, and so we had a whole panel of women, and we had like. You know,
married
single,
couple.
Why y'all don't never ask us
single
some
women,
shit like
single
that?
men.
Yeah.
We never get asked for some
Oh,
shit
no,
like
it's
that.
Closet
'cause-
We had
Conversations.
married
You know what I'm saying?
couples, some
We
of
got
everything.
a few
Oh
minutes to
yeah,
pop it
yeah.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can pop
We
it
gonna pop
off
it
now.
off.
This is our
Yes.
1 year anniversary.
Y'all
Can
got
I-
all-
can
y'all
I-
got-
can
look
I
at
ask her-
all this liquor in here.
So what is the closet conversations about?
Hold on, can I ask
Oh,
one
we-
question
oh,
before that?
Right.
Let me ask one question before that.
Okay.
Throughout this year, what is the biggest lesson that y'all have learned?
Listen to Dave more.
On a personal level or
On
like
personal level or
It could
like
be
a
either. See,
business
I'll just
level?
tell you where the root of that question comes
okay.
from.
Okay.
Me and Deezy, we get on the phone every morning somewhere between 7:30 and 8:30.
In the morning. Okay.
And we reflect on the day before, the things that we go through, and we try to learn. We're students of the game.
Okay.
So
Right.
from a business standpoint, I always like asking other people that question.
Right.
Because it give me insight, so I'm trying to learn
Yeah.
from y'all.
Well,
too.
I mean, for starters, like our podcast is like our second careers.
Right.
You know,
Sure.
so you know, she has a main career. I have a main career. You know, I'm a licensed insurance agent. She's now licensed to do insurance as well, and she like is a bartender all over the city. So you know, we have other. Oh, and she's a designer. Not to of course, first and foremost, that's probably her
Yep.
first. Love.
She do
So
everything.
yeah, you know
I'm
what
a
I mean?
Jamaican mom.
Yeah,
You gotta be that.
She's
You gotta
like
be
the
that.
personal gypsy.
She's a hustler.
Ain't nobody gonna get it for you.
Yeah,
Ain't nobody gonna
we
get it
do,
for you.
know
Gotta
what I
get
mean?
this
Like we
shit.
have all
Yes.
kinds of things that we do, and we're multitasking, and we're definitely have multiple streams of income, and just trying to get everything out there. But I mean, I guess as far as a podcast,
I would say, for the podcast, I would say allowing people to help you and taking criticism. You know what I'm saying? Constructive
real.
criticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah.
Because we don't know everything. You know
Listen
what I'm saying?
to Dave more.
And listen to Dave Moore. Dave
Today
did give us some
some
insight.
Some insight, because it's, for example, with Dave, like one time we had like this whole place was packed,
Okay.
and we had like all
Stools,
kinds
everything.
of everybody. It was every chair was filled up.
Too much.
And it was just too much. And so when we were trying to communicate and ask the questions, everybody was talking over everybody, and it was just a lot.
I was over
it.
Yeah, when you involve
Gotta be
alcohol,
organized.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Right.
Dave said,
Yeah.
keep it 2 people.
2 people.
That's it. Let them
Yeah, or
bounce
less.
back. Yep, or less.
Organized.
So, you can get more.
Sorry,
meaningful
Dave. I'm a
conversation.
third one today. But
No, because here's what I told them. I said, because there's basically there's 2 different kinds of shows that do 2 different ways that people approach this. Like with us, when we do our show, because it's our show that started all this nonsense. Like we have our show broken into segments, and so we always sit our guests down before the show and give them the whole little pre. Hey, here's what's going to happen. Our first segment is us talking about news, events, stuff that caught our eye, that kind of stuff. You want to jump in on one of those topics? Feel free, have fun. We take a break, and then we're diving in with one of our guests. Again, if you other guest, if there's something you want to dive in on, cool, but we're going to be focusing on them for that segment. Then we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to focus on you.
Right. More
So,
structure.
so we do things that way, whereas this is more freeform, which is fine, and it works, but then you either have to A, know the people that are going to be in the room with you really, really well, or B, you have to own and control the room and have it locked down
Right.
so that you don't
Right.
have
more
all that
people,
chaos.
It's hard to do that.
Yeah,
We
it's
yelling
very
and shit.
hard.
Yeah,
Stop drinking.
Your,
You know what I'm
your
saying?
interview
Hold on,
is
man.
all over the place.
Man, I'm so
Yes,
glad. I'm
that
so
part.
listen. I'm so glad that y'all are mature.
Yes.
I went to a podcast once. I'm not gonna say no names.
Okay.
I never do that.
Right.
I went to a podcast once. I mean, it was ran by younger people. You know what I'm saying? They was up and
the
coming
chain.
and trying to do their thing, but it was, boy, I didn't get to say shit. I was like, damn, like who? They call you,
No.
call me, and you know what I'm saying? They was doing their shit back and forth. You know, I get it. They was drinking and shit, man. But they had
No.
people in there. You know, they was on the phone, Instagram shit was going off.
off.
That's why I congratulated you guys for your 1 year.
Hell yeah.
Because
I appreciate
regardless
it.
of what you've been through in a year,
Yeah.
you are still here. Because most
Amen.
people don't make it a year.
Yeah,
it's true. I
it's
mean,
hard to do.
I was just having this talk with somebody yesterday. So depending on which stat you want to listen to, either 60 or 65% of all podcasts that launch don't make it to a 10th episode.
And we're like on, I think it's like 25.
Yeah,
26.
let alone anything beyond that. So I mean, it is. I mean, and I think a lot of that is because people don't know a lot of that stuff. Like we always tell folks, hey, look, and I had the same conversation with you guys. Your first 6 to 10 episodes, it's going to be experimentational. You may think you know what you want it to be. You may think you may have it all locked out in your head. No battle plan ever survives first contact with the enemy. As soon as you get down with a mic in your face, it's a whole different ballgame.
Absolutely.
Great
and it is. I
analogy.
mean, you guys have evolved a lot over the course of the past year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Clap that up. Clap that up. Take a shot to that. Take a shot to that.
Shot to that.
Take a drink
Shot
to
to
that.
that.
Take a
Drink,
drink to
drink,
that.
drink, clink, clink, clink.
You gotta drink to that. You gotta drink to that
That
for
was
sure.
an awesome question. And
I'm down there with you. I'm down there with you.
I would say too, on a personal note, what I've learned is to take time out for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do a lot. You know what I'm saying? And to love myself. It's okay to kind of brag. I'm not like the boasting person. People are usually like, oh, when she does this and she does
You have
that
to
and she
be
does this.
in love with yourself.
And exactly falling
It's
in.
a
You
difference.
took the words out of my mouth to actually, of course, I love myself, but to, hype myself up. Like, just for you to shit.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
I just learned that over the last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
really,
I'm very humble.
it is a really hard task to be in love with yourself.
It is. And I'm falling in love with myself, and it feels great.
Right.
That's because people, you know what I'm saying, you notice your flaws, mistakes, and shit. And you're just like, damn. You constantly damn it. But I've also recognized, man, that whatever happens, man, that shit'll be all right, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you know what I'm saying? And not saying that, of course, you know what I'm saying, we've all experienced, like a close death or whatever. Even still, man, that shit gonna be fine. Even the person who went on to be with others, they will want you to understand that it's gonna be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Exactly.
I had 2 close deaths this year. You know, them
Mine was Sunday.
shits cutting.
Yeah. Mine's
Real
on
Them shits
Saturday.
cutting. I lost
Yeah.
my auntie and my grandma in 2 months.
Wow.
My grandmother passed from a heartbreak.
gonna
You know what I'm
talk
saying?
about
So,
Right. Yeah.
I'm about to say we ain't even gonna get into that because
Yeah.
Well,
I already
think
know.
that's a life key. Don't get too highs with the highs and don't get too low with the lows.
Yep.
And just realize, it's like we've been saying. A buddy of mine said it in high school, and we've just kind of kept it in mind. The sum of all fun is 0.
Exactly.
Like I don't care how high you may be up here today, you're going to be down here tomorrow, and you'll balance back out, and then you're going to drop them. And it's people that win the lottery and that kind of crap. Yep, they go sky high. How many stories do you hear about how hard they crash?
fall. Yeah. Right.
So I mean, the sum of all fun is 0, and you can't. And like I've always told people, anything really worth getting super stressed out over, it's probably beyond your control anyway.
Anyway. Right.
And
yeah.
I agree that it's okay
It's tough.
to take a break as long as you don't stop. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Some people are
Right.
like, this shit's too much. I can't. You're like, okay, we'll chill out, but don't stop. Don't give up. Don't give up that dream. And
I think-
sometimes you got to revamp yourself as well.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
think personally for me, like one of my things that I've learned this year is to not to have too much of high expectations for other people, just to kind of like let them be who they are. Because like me, I have such high expectations for myself, and I'm very structured. I live like a very structured lifestyle. Like I like to do this at this certain time, and then do this, and then do that. Like I like to be real structured. So like if you have like watched some of our podcasts, like she's the one that's kind of like the loose end, and then I'm the one that's kind of like, okay, all right, stop. Let's do,
That's why she's a good fit.
Yeah, so I kind of like control, and so
Yin and yang.
so
Yeah.
we like yin and
it
yang. And
works.
so like what I've learned is just to kind of like just chill,
Right.
and just kind of like meet people where they are instead of wanting to be here,
Right.
and they still down here instead of being like this. I've learned how to kind of balance
That's the
and
way.
meet people where they are.
You're learning
So,
Libras.
Yeah, the scales, because I'm Scorpio. It's Scorpio season, baby.
Damn.
Your birthday is
Who the
what,
Libras?
Monday?
Who the Libras at?
11.
Y'all Libras? I'm a Libra too. Shit.
Check y'all out.
We in here. It's a scale.
Well, too bad y'all couldn't be a
It's
Scorpio.
a scale
but,
all over here.
When your
I know
birthday?
mine.
I know
Season
y'all
over
didn't.
here.
If y'all ain't never been with
I'm
one
2
of us
days
before
from
you
it.
died, and
I
guess
got a
what?
little
You better go
sprinkle in
get
there,
them.
but I'm
My
mad
birthday
with
is
Libra.
Monday, 11/11.
Ooh,
Yeah,
take a shot to that. Take a shot to that.
Shout out to that.
So yeah,
Yep.
so Yeah, just
I'm with y'all.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
I ain't want to
thank
fuck with me on the
you.
drinking
Happy
shit. I be
birthday.
drinking.
I celebrate my
I be
birthday
drinking.
all month.
She sure
Let's
does.
get it.
Oh. Popping and twerking.
I love
Yeah,
it.
we celebrated for about a good 2.5, 3 weeks.
I saw the video of y'all shit. Like,
As you should, because
I had to work. I was
life
sick
is a
for
celebration,
yours.
and it just shouldn't be bottled up into
Yes.
one day.
So I feel terrible because I only celebrated a week. I just turned 30 this year.
Oh,
Hell
30,
yeah.
30.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Pour
Welcome
me
to
another
the
one.
club.
What was your
Damn, I remember those
So,
days.
man, listen. So my dad was like, damn, I hope you turn 26.
26.
I'm like, Dad, I'm 30. He said, you, damn, huh? I said, yes, Dad, I'm 30. He was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's a milestone.
That's all he could say. Was all
Wow.
damn.
Listen,
All
yeah.
damn. Because that meant he was getting old and I'm on my way up
There you
there.
go.
So I was
Look
like,
at it.
God damn. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
My kid turned 10.
Shout
I'm
out
like,
to my
damn,
parents. I
Wesley,
love them.
you out here. You a MILF. For real.
Damn.
Yeah, we milk.
What is a MILF?
A mother,
Oh.
Say it.
I'd like to.
To what?
That's milk.
That term changed
It did?
from when like I was a teenager to now. So like, cause it like a MILF was always it was your buddy's mom. Or like, you know, it was a peer's mom. That was a MILF.
Oh, so,
Not
yeah.
just someone who happens to have had a kid.
Just an OG.
Nah,
Now,
they just the
granted,
cougars.
It probably
Just
was
a-
the
yeah,
cougars
yeah.
because, well,
Yeah.
now,
Or just a
like a
female
lot of our
OG.
moms are dead.
And where is
Or
the
they're in
tea?
their 60s.
Like, where is the tea?
Oh.
What tea?
Where's
The tea?
the
Mothered. Oh. 'cause
I like
guess it was
Milk.
Two.
Mother.
I
like
like to.
I like to
Yeah, they just
fuck.
threw that
So
in
is-
there. You're so
Ooh.
politically
Ooh.
correct. You're right. I'm over here like, it's not in there. Oh, no, it's not. No, sorry.
No,
But whatever
it
it is,
ain't-
we're
ain't
that.
mothers,
And we're
too.
okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Whatever
well,
it is.
yeah.
It's all good.
MILFs is
It's all
is
good.
us.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, that's kind
I'm
of
with it.
So
what
what
that-
is
how
a
that
cougar?
Oh, bitch.
goes. Yeah.
Who fuck young
What the
niggas?
old MILFs was.
Who
Right,
fuck
'cause
young?
a cougar
Who
could
fuck
be
the young?
somebody
Ask
who don't have a
Dave.
child.
I've got that. So you have
How old do you have to be?
What's
Right.
the age limit for a
Oh,
cougar?
Come on,
yeah,
Dave,
like,
give us
right,
the
right.
game,
Oh, my
Dave.
nigga.
Pumas.
No.
Pumas are 25 to 35.
Oh my god.
Oh, damn, we barely missed it.
Cougars are typically 40 to 50.
So what's
Okay, but no,
Hell
wait,
no.
what about us?
So you're somewhere between like Puma
You a
and
MILF.
Cougar. It
Hell
depends
no.
on you
I
guys.
thought-
It depends
I
on
thought-
who you're talking to.
okay?
Because it's also like age relational, like and
I
age
thought-
gap and all
10
that
years
stuff.
younger,
I thought it
you
was
are
a cougar was 20 years plus.
Oh, I
No,
got-
see that.
hell
No,
no.
see that's
God,
that's
Please,
Pruntang.
nasty.
Yeah, no.
Ah!
Say it again, Dave.
That's Pruntang or a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Well, you know what?
So what?
Start calling
So
them-
I've
we're
had-
not Pumas and we're not Pumas and we're not Cougars. Maybe we should start since we're like
Y'all
in
Panthers.
late 30,
We
30.
said y'all MILFs.
Motherfucking Panthers.
We're Giselles.
Oh.
Jesus Christ!
Giselle.
I'm about to say
I'm
they
about to
like to
say,
get 8.
You like to get 8? Ah!
We like to get 8.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, we like
She didn't
Yeah.
get
Y'all,
it.
done-
She's
y'all,
like,
y'all, listen, y'all pouring all this
she
oil.
say I like to do the E.
Lick her lips and shit.
Y'all pouring all this oil up, talking about getting 8.
Classic conversation.
Y'all on, y'all out of control.
I'm sorry. I forgot that part.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Jesus.
yeah, that was interesting.
I'm gonna go
Easy.
get me a shot of tequila.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
we don't have tequila.
Damn.
We have one of these though.
No.
That's the same as tequila.
We should have
You
got
asked,
tequila.
when he asked you was that dark, you answered too fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
was like-
He's okay.
he was like, so technically, is
So
that
this
dark?
Is okay.
Yeah.
It is. I'm a bartender. It's okay.
Yeah.
Technically.
It works. You'll be just fine.
Oh shit!
She,
I'm gonna do
it
this.
sounds like she trying to get you
Come
drunk.
on, a
cuz.
little bit. A
What
little.
a-
Come
what a-
on, you
Okay,
had
Jeezy.
worse.
Come
I ain't
on,
gonna be in our
Jeezy.
closet conversation.
Just a little bit. So, oh,
What
you
a
want
ice?
some?
What a ice at?
Okay. So listen, DZ,
Yes.
5-year goals,
Oh yeah.
5-year goals.
5-year plan, goals.
20 million.
You know, I hate answering questions like this because guess what? The shit that I'ma say is real shit, but it probably sound corny.
No, I want to
But
hear.
I'ma just say it anyway.
Because you in the movies, like, did you ever picture yourself in the movie?
Yeah, but for some odd reason, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This might sound weird because I know people not used to hearing this. But for me, a lot of times, shit don't be about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, in 5 years, I hope to, like, even for me right now, my goal is I want to make some millionaires more than even I think about it for myself.
Period.
Okay.
I like that. I always think about others.
I feel like
That's
why I think
amazing.
that I'm kinda
Nigga, that ain't
behind.
corny at all.
I feel like that's like one of the
real.
ultimate highs to me is to be able to look up in the room and realize how many people you've made successful. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So it's not really about what you
That's
could
why I
do,
like you.
what you could do for yourself, but what
Yep.
you could do for others.
Yep.
You know what I'm
That's how
saying?
Libras are,
So
though. I love that.
I definitely, in my 5 years, I hope that I take a few young people and make them some millionaires
Love it.
in the next 5 years with the knowledge that I have gained from hands-on experience.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take everything I learned, everything I've been through, and I want to be able to use it to help some of the youth around here in Detroit get up on their feet. And
I love it.
that's the goal for me.
That's the blessing, but that's how your blessings keep coming. You know
Right.
what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep.
Absolutely.
It's not what you do for
that.
yourself. I think I put that on my Instagram. Is what
Definitely
you
what
can
you
do
do
for others. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're here
That's a
for. We're here
long
to
life.
serve.
Yep. To serve. Yep.
Absolutely.
This is
Yeah,
serving,
serve,
man.
yeah.
This
You
is
know what I'm
serving.
saying?
This is serving. We live to be like
That's
Jesus
real.
for sure.
I knew you were cool. 5-year goals.
Man, I got so many.
You're still in education though,
I
right?
got so many. I am.
You're still Mr.
I am.
Hope.
He only
into the
30.
I am. I am.
He
was
only
cool.
30.
Am I supposed to say where? Am I supposed to say where I work
I
at?
think some of those people would get in trouble.
That's a
just to go
beautiful
kick it
thing.
around.
Man, listen, and you know what's
Nah.
weird? You know what's weird? You know how I used to think this shit was so when I wasn't so when I was playing basketball in high school, Jay-Z came out with Kingdom Come and
Oh, that's another
his
conversation.
fucking song 30's the new 20, nigga, I'm so hot still. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is a new start, like especially like with music and shit coming out, and it's like I'm getting so many different people who are loving and accepting my style of music, and you know what I'm saying, just fucking with me. It's kind of weird. It's kind of making me feel fucked up. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
hard to
Damn.
accept the love.
It's hard to accept the love because it's like, because you know what nigga will we
That's
come
called
from?
being humble.
Oh man,
Don't ever lose that
It's called
feeling.
Yeah.
being used to the hate.
yeah.
That's a,
And so where we come from, all of us, as we just agreed on, it's like, yo, you know the people who fuck with you,
Absolutely.
and they usually family members and close friends. So after I get off stage, somebody to walk up to you like, hey, man, what the fuck? And you like, nigga,
And
look,
they
all right,
going
nigga.
harder
But
on you than the family
They
members
saying
are.
what the fuck because they like, nigga, I ain't never heard
Right.
you goddamn it, mother, what the, and you like, damn.
They
My
loving
bad,
it.
yo. Like, damn, my bad. What I do wrong? Nigga, you make some cold shit. I love your music. I love what you're doing for the city. I love that my nigga, somebody stopped me at the gas station the other day, like, my daughter won't stop singing your songs. So I'm looking around, I'm looking for KDZ. Like, damn. I'm like, Joy Roy X and I and shit. No, hell no. She like, hell no. On my way to you. She starts singing the intro of my first shit. And I'm just like, wow.
So 5
I'm just like,
plan.
So, damn, my bad. I can go. I can go.
5-year
I can
She's
go.
learned
Y'all-
structure.
look, Y'all got the wrong nigga on the podcast. But 5-year plan though is there you go. Obtaining structure.
Okay.
I'm getting better with time management.
Good.
Yeah.
More
Keep
gigs.
yep. Keep doing what I'm doing. Keep doing what I'm doing. Keep doing what I'm doing. That's
It's
in
working.
5 years. You know, that's in so many words. You know, keep doing what I'm doing.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Powerboy Chuck.
What up, dog?
5-year plan.
Proud boy Chuck. Let's go.
So currently, I'm part owner of 5 businesses.
My nigga.
Okay.
Growing up, I've always heard that most millionaires have obtained at least 8 ways of getting paid. So my 5-year goals is to obtain 10 ways of getting paid.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's go.
Okay. Nice. I love that.
It's hard.
All right.
I didn't know
That
that.
is that's some good shit.
Close.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start calling y'all like, what y'all doing? Yes, let me be a part.
You know, it's becoming an addiction.
That's good.
Like, I have an addictive personality, but I usually get addicted to weird things. Like, I'm not like a person that get addicted to like drinking or get addicted to drugs. I get addicted
Sex.
to I mean, that's half addiction, but I never let it control me.
Right.
I don't even understand people who let that control them.
Oh.
We were just having this conversation. You know, it's good and all, don't get it twisted, but I could never let a woman control me with her sex.
Mm-hmm.
You'll control me with your intellect way quicker than you'll control me with your sex.
I agree.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, friendship.
Definitely being
But-
more of knowledge is power.
Absolutely. If I can't have a conversation with you, I don't even want you.
I don't want to see you.
I'm going to keep it real with you. You can keep that. Keep it moving, baby.
That's real.
Women have to understand that just like men, but women are the ones who's always talking about what a man brings to the table, what the man need to bring to the table. And, you know, like my man Oba said in one of the songs we got, he says, you always want a Romeo, but you ain't no Juliet. You know what I'm saying? That's facts. It's like,
real.
you know, and a lot of women can't handle that truth.
Yeah, just
Shout
like,
out that nigga
like
Oba.
they always
Oba
say, well,
silly
you
as
gotta
hell.
kiss, you know, a bunch of frogs before you get your prince. Well, but then once I get my prince, am I a princess?
Yeah, like people.
Am I princess status? Am I queen status?
Yeah, that's
You
why
gotta have your shit together too. You can't
looking
just
at-
expect.
looking into self and loving self, like I said, is very important. And over this last year, that's something that me and DZ have we've been on each other super hard about that. Like if we gonna grow and we gonna move forward, like our circle is just really about growth. Period. Like we ain't gonna fuck with nobody that ain't about growth. Anybody that's sticking to the nonsense and all that. I mean, we 40 years old now. How long we gonna keep playing these streets without making bigger things come from it? What's the goal? I thought the goal was to get out the hood, not to run back to it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Say that part again.
I mean, I ain't knocking those that do it. I'm just saying it always, whatever you doing, we gotta obtain growth.
Absolutely.
We just seen a street nigga become a millionaire this year. I mean, a billionaire this year. You know what I'm saying? That's big, Jay-Z.
Of course.
I know you see it. Like,
Right.
Of course. I
that's
work for
big.
Jay-Z.
That's big for our culture. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
big.
Awesome. Shout out to Jay-Z.
All right.
Oh, yeah, we got to do our little thing. Okay, and 5-year goals for Black House.
There you go.
I know you're on your
shit.
camera, but yes, 5-year goals.
Oh, my shit don't do
Years
the.
ago, real talk is to push Black House Magazine to the top where they can help our people get to the levels that we need to get without having to give up everything we have to give up to get there. You know, I'm tired of us having to strip our souls and sacrifice our people and go out here and promote the worst of the worst just to get to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm trying to get Black House to the point where Black House Magazine can promote the best and we can still go to the top. It don't have to be a 50,000 views of some ignorancy for people to like it. I don't have 50,000 views of KDZ giving out clothes to the kids.
Okay.
Or 50,000 views of Closet Conversation doing something at the schools to teach the kids something better than going to jail every day.
Amen.
That's
crazy as fuck.
I love it.
Love
Yay.
it,
This is a
yeah.
powerful room. I'm loving this.
Yes.
And I'll take a shot to that one.
Right.
that one.
Closet
That's
conversation.
real.
I got a
Yeah,
full
that's
cup,
some
man.
real-
I
that's
feel like
some
I'm
real
on some
stuff
bullshit.
right
I got a
there,
full
boy.
Know
cup, man.
thyself.
Right.
Yes, yes. Well, we got to give a shout out to our sponsor, Chrissy. You want to do?
Our first.
What up, though, Chrissy?
Let's see. Our sponsor. Chubby Bear.
Chubby Bear!
Chubby Bear!
Shout out to Chubby Bear!
Shout out to Chubby Bear.
We love you.
We love you.
Yep.
Thank you for supporting us, being our sponsor, our major sponsor for Closet Conversations. Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh.
And T. Harvey Construction.
T. Harvey Construction.
We love you if you are looking for commercial or home renovations. Shout out to T. Harvey Construction. He does all that shit. A solid team, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we love you. Thank you for tuning in to Closet Conversations.
You can look us up on Instagram.
Instagram.
Closet
Let's
with
get
a
our followers
K.
up.
Conversations with a K, with the Z at the end of
Z on the end.
Conversations. And my personal Instagram is Chrissy KRISSY _Mac MAC 1111. My birthday. And Berkeley, what we got going on for you?
I am Berkeley's Closet, BERKLIS_closet, CLOSET. And again, we thank you. Please shout out your Instagram, your social media, Powerboy Chuck, and DZ since he has walked out.
Powerboy_Chuck.
He had to take a phone call. Not that he walked out like he was mad. Okay.
No, it was business. We had something else
Okay.
going on. And also at the Real KDZ.
The Real KDZ.
Okay.
Love it.
okay,
Love it.
okay.
Are you looking for new artists?
Yes, I'm always open for artists.
Okay.
I like grooming.
I
Like
love
that's
it.
one of my
You said like 20
favorite things.
streams of income. Let's get
Absolutely.
Right. You
Okay.
got to add on to that. What
Okay.
you,
Oh,
you
I
already
do,
got
trust
5,
me.
right? You got
Check,
to get
look. Check out one of my business pages. I have probably the biggest party bus in Detroit right now.
Oh, yeah. He did.
and that
We
that
need that.
My
is
birthday
at
coming up.
is at Lit and Luxury.
Okay.
At
Lit and Luxury.
Lit, L-I-T, and
Yes,
luxury.
ma'am.
Lit
Yes,
and
ma'am.
luxury.
We
Lit
on
and
it.
Luxury
So
underscore.
Do it got a
underscore.
stripper pole?
Oh, it has 2 on there.
Yeah. Baby,
It
gonna
has
get on the
a
party
it
bus
has
with
a
us.
it has a 20,000
I've thrown a
watt
few party
sound
buses
system
on my
in it.
Okay.
Lit and luxury.
So
In
it's
my
lit
bag.
and
It's
luxury
real.
underscore.
My nigga,
Lit and Luxury
I got you
underscore.
I
Yeah.
got
No,
you right here.
no, yeah, no,
Underscore.
he's
Okay.
yeah, no.
Okay.
He's
We
been going
took
a
we
long
took
time.
a Greyhound
All right, so Dave's
bus.
on the power bus.
We took
on
a
the power
Greyhound
bus, the
bus.
party
We took a Greyhound bus, gutted it totally,
Ooh.
and redid it from scratch.
Ooh, so that thing is long
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Yes.
Oh, I need to talk to
It's
you.
a-
about that
it's
one.
big
Just
and
some
black.
last-minute stuff.
Big and black.
Big
Yeah.
and black. Big and black. Bouncing on it. Bouncing on it.
God damn. I can't stop coughing though.
Oh,
Power boy, you a
And they
you a fool.
and they say they want to ride on the Lit and Luxury.
Yes,
I told them it was big and black. You hear me?
Black, lit, and luxury. All right. My birthday.
Hey, DZ, he
right
shouted
around
out
the
your
corner.
Instagram. If you'd like to do it yourself, please do.
Yes, yes.
Real KDZ. Get at me
The Real
on
KDZ.
all social media. The Real KDZ.
The Real KDZ.
The Real
Look out for him on the
KDZ.
screen, too. He out here. He out here. 6 a.m., a.m.
Yep. 2 A's, 2 M's. Reach your boy 6 a.m. Follow me, man. 6 2 A's, 2 M's. Fuck with me. Instagram.
Love it.
Yeah.
Black House Magazine.
Street Team _black. Or for the magazine, Black House Magazine. Both for Instagram. Fuck with us. We fuck with you. Real shit.
Love it.
Hey.
And if you're looking for a podcast home, please check out PodcastDetroit.
Detroit.com.
Our lovely, handsome Dave. Okay.
Big day.
We have studios. It's a thing.
Okay. He has several locations. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In Royal Oak. And this is, again, the Detroit Shipping Company, the lovely Detroit Shipping Company.
I stay in Royal
Yes,
Oak.
yes.
Fuck
Okay.
Royal
Oh,
Oak.
yeah, and we're opening up Northville goes live this weekend.
Oh, nice.
And then Toledo, Grand Rapids, and Lansing.
See?
And then apparently Bay City comes after that.
Streams of income. I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you.
Hey, that
Okay.
part.
I mean, and technically speaking, next time you're in Dallas, we have a studio there.
Oh, get it.
Didn't know
Okay.
that.
Across the country.
That's
Let's
5
go.
streams.
That's our Dave. That's
Hey.
our Dave.
That's
okay.
5 streams though. See?
Period.
Yes,
Easy.
yes, yes. Wow.
Period.
Wow.
That's 5 streams.
That's it. You right.
Yeah,
I'm
so
almost
so
there.
thanks to our videographer,
Yes.
Black Monday, right? Yeah, yep.
I want to ask
6
KDZ how
a.m.
I get one of these jogger suits. Them bitches fire, dog.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
That part.
so
Plugged in.
look, I got to
Them bitches
shout out.
fire.
I got to shout out another business venture that I'm involved in,
Okay.
which is Plugged In Agency.
I
you
see
can
everybody wearing
you
that.
can follow that on Instagram as well. We got the Plugged In Agency and the Plugged In Collection page,
Okay.
and on there is where you'll be able to find the Plugged In apparel.
That shit hard.
Wow. Okay.
I
Okay.
just
Oh,
want to
yeah,
ask
we
how I get
getting
one of them
there.
motherfucking
Nice.
jogger suits. I know y'all
Yep,
got
yep,
one in
yep.
the trunk.
Well,
Let me get
thank
one.
you for helping us get to
Our 1 year
year
anniversary.
shit.
Shout out to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
6 a.m. KDZ, Powerboy Chuck, and Black Monday. It's our 1 year anniversary. And we are
Closet Conversations.
Good night.
God
Love
bless.
you.
God bless. Be safe out here in these streets. These people
Yeah.
crazy.
Anniversary. Bam. Ow.
We did it.
I'm saying it's your birthday through here.
Wish it was warm.